Right. Only a choice of two again for me. New Model Army I consider, but it's going to be Nine Inch Nails, I think. Um, they've done some great stuff. It's quite varied as well. Some of it. I mean, a lot of people love the Downward Spiral, which I do like, but I prefer the Pretty Hate Machine from 1989, the debut album, and it was just so different. As I say, it was this alternative type music as I'm talking about before, and it was just sort of dancey, but sort of heavy as well. Being
Hmm.
dark, it's just hard to explain, isn't it? The first album, but I've gone for Ring Finger as my favourite song, but obviously Head Like a Hole's a great song and all that. But the whole album is just very, very, very good. So there you go,
Ring finger.
Ring Finger. Yeah.
It must be. Oh,
It
okay.
means where you put your wedding ring.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah,
You
of course.
filthy animal.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry. Good one, Jack. Thank you very much. What you got then, Dom?
I've got another modern band, Night Flight Orchestra.
Yep.
That they just blew me away. Their first four albums are fantastic. They've now kind of they're a bit more pop now. I mean, they're still rock-ish, but they lost their guitar player and main songwriter, and I think they kind of lost a rock edge that they
Hmm.
used to have. But yeah, and Amber Galactic is just a fantastic album, so I'll pick that one.
I had tried with that band, by the way, on your recommendations and other people saying about it. It's just something that, I don't know. Perhaps didn't spend enough time with it, but I couldn't. The last album I'm talking about just couldn't
No,
click.
well, no, for me either. So
Yeah.
I'll play you some older stuff, and you'll understand better.
Thank you very much. Karen, what you got?
I think we might have a winner here because I've also gone for Nine Inch Nails. I just think they've made some hugely varied music over the years. And I think when they first came out, I remember I was a student and everyone was saying, "Oh, yeah, that sound won't last. It's a bit of a fad." Yeah, well, look what happened. Still going strong, still a massive band, highly influential. But I've gone with The Fragile from 1999, which is my favourite album of theirs. I didn't pick a favourite track because I didn't know we were doing that. So I haven't
That's
done
not,
that, I'm afraid.
it,
It's only me who's
it,
done that.
Ah,
there's no rules here. It's all right,
Yeah.
Karen. Ain't they something to do with there's a new Tron film coming out? Ain't they
Yeah,
doing?
Trent Reznor's scoring Tron Ares, isn't he?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
That looks
doing
really
the
good, actually.
soundtrack.
Looking forward to seeing that.
Hmm. Yeah, no, see, look, interesting fact there for you. Okay, so I'm going for a newer band. N for me is for Nesta. What a great band!
mhm.
Another
Wow.
brilliant AOR. I mean, man, they're almost they're so exciting to listen to for me, but they really hark back and they do give us some nostalgia. They do it on purpose, but they're so good at it. I just can't get enough of Nesta. I think both of their albums have been amazing. I love the story about them that they were all the people that are in the band now were a band back in the 80s, didn't get a record deal, I think near the end of the 80s because of what happened, and then they get back together now. Yeah, great
Yeah.
band. Absolutely love them. One of my new favourite bands. Can't stop listening to them. That was a no-brainer as well. So Nesta's my N. Okay.
That's a great story there.
Oh yeah,
Love that.
it is,
Yeah.
isn't it? And they're the same people. They've got a record deal. They're touring. They're very popular. Among that melodic rock,
Mm.
sort of almost everyone knows who they are. Um, excellent band. Excellent band. They're so good at what they do. And that's it. N. Okay. On to O.
Oh, well, there's only two choices here. It's like, what did I pick? Is it Ozzy or is it Opeth? And I've got to go with Ozzy because he was the first one that I grew up with. So, yeah, no, God bless him. But yeah, I love Opeth as well, but I'm sure they'll be talked about in a minute, maybe. But Ozzy, and I've gone for No Rest for the Wicked from 1988 as my favourite album. Not a popular choice. I've seen a lot of rankings, and it's always ranked really low, and I really don't understand it. I think it's much better than a lot of the albums he's done. But the first one was That Wild, of course, and yeah, I've gone with Bloodbath in Paradise as my favourite song on that album.
Mm.
Cool. Well,
Charlie Manson song.
Yeah,
yeah. Well, my favourite Aussie album ain't very popular either, is it? Ultimate Sin. So,
I like that, but yeah, I like it.
Okay, Dom, what you got?
Ozzy again for me.
Yeah,
Favorite album would be Diary of a Madman.
great album. Yeah, I like that album.
Front to back, that's a great Great,
Yeah,
great record. Still, I can still listen to that and still get excited. So yeah, no brainer.
brilliant. Thanks, mate. Do we need to know what Karen's going to pick or
Well,
Aussie?
Yeah,
Or
it's going to be
it
Opeth.
there was a minor debate because Aussie has been with, I should imagine, all of us for our whole lives, and such a huge influence on all of us. But I've got to go with Opeth. They're just, I love them so much. And wow, what album am I going to pick? But Blackwater Park, from 2001. It's one of the most important albums in progressive metal. Um, and yeah, I can't I can't even tell you how much I love that album. So there we go, Opeth.
thanks, Karen. Well, I'm not going for Aussie, so I'm probably going to get my ass kicked as well from people. But I've never. I'm more appreciative of Aussie than anything, and I love some of the Sabbath songs as well, and some of the Aussie songs, but I've never really gotten into Aussie that much. So I've gone for another newer band, and it's Odd Crew, which are a Bulgarian metal band. Yeah. So their
Oh,
last three albums I've absolutely loved, which is Dark Matters Part 1 through to 3, 2022, 23, and 24. So love the band. They're different. They're dark, quite dark band, and a little bit alternative, I suppose, but just love them. I think Jam likes them all a bit as
oh
well.
yeah,
So
yeah. What I've heard is good.
yeah,
If we
so
had to pick one album to listen to, Lee, what would you say?
probably Dark Matters Part 2, I reckon.
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
check
I
it
mean,
out.
I haven't heard their catalogue before that because they were a lot heavier before, and they've sort of
Okay.
they're a bit more mellow. So perhaps what I like now, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, very cool though. Very cool. Okay, on to P. What we got then, mate?
P's difficult actually. I thought about Pantera, Porno for Pyros, but at the end it was either Pearl Jam or Pink Floyd. I've had to go for Pink Floyd. I think they're just. I probably listen to them more at the moment.
Wow.
No, I know
That's a
I know you're not a fan, but
no, I
yeah,
just you love Pearl Jam so much. I can't believe that you should pick them.
yeah. Well, I think. Yeah, I think it's probably just what I listen to more at the moment. I guess what it is. I mean, I've seen Dave Gilmour last year and all that, and it's just probably brought it back to me. Pearl Jam annoyed me by cancelling the show I was supposed to go to last year as well. So, but I mean, they're
They
both
get
brilliant. I
demoted.
love both bands. But yeah, and I'll have to be boring and go with Dark Side of the Moon. It is absolutely unbelievable, 1973. Although I love Wish You Were Here, I think Dark Side of the Moon. I just can't. I know it's cliche, but it is their best album. It's absolutely amazing from start to finish. So. Yes, Pink Floyd for me, closely followed by Pearl Jam.
Thank you very much, mate. Thank you. Don, what you got, mate?
Okay, I'm really pushing boundaries now. But uh, he was on the cover of Kerrang once. And if you've ever seen the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, While My Guitar Gently Weeps performance, you realize this guy is one of the best guitar players of all time. It's Prince.
Yeah. Yep.
Various music styles. He does jazz, R&B, obviously, but man, like look at Let's Go Crazy or something like that. He's just mind blowing. Frustrating because he's one of those geniuses who probably vomited out way too much material when he had the freedom. But yeah, just a fantastic performer. I saw him a few times and was just unparalleled. So yeah, Prince.
Thanks, mate. Much appreciated. Karen, what you
Lee
got?
is gagging.
No, no,
Oh,
no. Honestly, I'm not. I'm not like that at all. I mean, I think Darren's pushed more boundaries than you. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, I mean, if he only did R&B, I wouldn't put him on here. But
Yeah. No, no.
Yeah.
I'm very free and easy as well, mate. Don't worry about that. Karen, what you got?
I think that's a great choice, Dom. I think Prince made a lot of rock music as well. Yeah, fantastic choice.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Um,
thank you.
Okay, yeah, P was the most difficult letter for me. Such a big Pink Floyd fan, but I had to go. Dom already knows what I'm going to say here. I had to go with Porcupine Tree, um, who that is the album that brought Stephen Wilson into my life back in 2002. He's probably now my greatest hero.
I think we got
And
you on W then.
Pardon?
So we've got your W.
Yeah, maybe might have given that away. Um, so I'm going to pick In Absentia, which is the 2002 album. It's an absolutely brilliant album. I went back after that and discovered all the previous stuff as well, which I also love. But In Absentia was the album that kind of started to break them, really. Um,
Yeah,
so
that was my first one.
Porcupine Tree, yeah, great album.
I mean, just the beginning, that opening riff, you're just like,
Yeah,
what? I was like, da da
yeah,
da 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 da. So
yeah.
good.
I've picked that. It is the featured album for my next radio show. Actually, we pick a featured
Cool.
album every time. So next Sunday we're having In Absentia.
Very cool.
Thank you very much, Karen. Well, I only had two choices really. Pretty Maids was definitely one of them. That was a big part of me growing up, listening to Pretty Maids. But in
But
the end,
Jam
I went.
hates that band name, so you couldn't have picked that.
It ain't a very good name for a band, I got to say. It's not very good at all. But then I went for the opposite of that, probably the heaviest band on my list with Pantera. And my favourite album is one of the heaviest albums as well, Far Beyond Driven, from '94. Just
My favorite too.
I'll probably pick it on the guitar tone alone on that. They really nailed the guitar tone on that album. It is just so heavy. I don't think there's been a better one since. So Pantera, Far Beyond Driven. I don't know why I'm saying that. It's just Pantera. There you go. Yeah, excellent band. We're on to Q.
Yeah, I think we might have a four-way tie here, but I did consider the Choir Boys, but it's obviously Queensryche for me.
Oh no, I don't think Dom's gonna.
All right. Oh, yeah, oh, wow. Okay, fair enough. Don't think of any other cues, to be fair. But yeah, I've gone Queensryche because I do love the early stuff, and I like the new stuff. Obviously, the stuff in the middle, not so much. But I've gone with Empire, which is obviously always controversial as my favorite album. But I've said this many times. And I think at the moment, I think my favorite song is Della Brown, which is a bit strange. I just love the atmosphere of that one. It's very good.
Yeah, great track.
Not a bad band. Well done. Dom, what you got, mate?
Well, I mean, take the first syllable, and you've got my pick.
Oh, right.
It's Queen.
Yeah.
It's Queen. Queen's another band who kind of morphed into something else. But take those 70s records. Very important band to my musical upbringing. My favorite album is probably Jazz or News of the World. That's when they were just at their peak.
Great band. Love Queen. Well done. Okay, Karen, what you got?
Another vote for Queensryche. It was never going to be anything else. Love them. I still remember hearing Tommy Vance playing tracks from Operation Mindcrime on the Friday Rock Show when I was a kid in 1988. I was 13, heard that album, and that's another life-changing album for me. So I've got to say Operation Mindcrime. It's one of the greatest rock concept albums ever made. Rock stroke metal, and again one of the cornerstones of what went on to be progressive metal. So I've got to say Operation Mindcrime.
Thanks, Karen. Obviously I'm going for Queensryche, one of my favorite bands, and just like Jam said, the first part of their career up to Empire probably for me as well, and then since Todd's been in the band, especially from Condition Human, has been absolutely amazing. Rage for Order has always been my favourite from '86. I think it just got the variation on that album makes it so interesting to listen to. Whereas Mindcrime has got this, which it should have because it's a concept album. It's got the same feel all the way throughout, if you know what I mean. It's great songs, every single one of them. But it's almost like if you listen to Rage for Order, you've got so many like peaks and troughs, haven't you? New Regal. You know, and Walk in the Shadows. Oh man, just unbelievable album. So yeah,
it took a huge leap forward with Rage for Order.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, What a mind! I remember listening to that album when I was 16, and when I first heard it, I thought, "What the fuck is this?" You know, and then as I listened to it more and more, I was like, "Oh my god, this is just amazing." So yeah.
I think it's great that we've all picked, three of us have picked Queensryche and all different
all three different albums,
yeah, definitely, yeah.
Excellent.
It is good. Okay,
Yeah, there's a few R's. Thought about Rage Against the Machine, Rainbow, of course, big fan of them. Rat, I love, and the Rolling Stones, I love as well. But I've
Hmm.
gone with the Ramones. It's probably obvious for me. Big Ramones fan for a long time, and my favorite album is actually probably the heaviest. It's probably the most metal they got, I guess if you want to call it. It's Too Tough to Die from 1984.
Good
Still
choice.
punky, but it's very very good. And yeah, I mean, some of the albums are inconsistent, but the Ramones, I don't. There's no Ramones albums I don't like. So very good up until the end, and I'm lucky enough to see him a couple of times, as I've mentioned millions of times. So go with Endless Vacation is my favourite track off Too Tough to Die.
Very cool. Thanks, mate. Dom, where you got?
That's one of my favorite album covers of all time is Too Tough to Die. Just
Good,
such
it's
an
a good one.
iconic
Yeah,
image.
yeah,
Oh, so great. Mine is Rat. I was thinking about Rolling Stones as well because I do
yeah.
love the Stones
I
quite a
love the
bit, but I
Stones.
just
Mm.
but the first four Rat albums I think are just untouchable. Fantastic stuff. My favorite is Dancing Undercover, which a lot of
Yeah,
people, but um, I you can't go wrong with any of the first four as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
But yeah, Rat.
cool. Karen?
This was a really difficult one because I love Rainbow and decided to go. I love Radiohead. I've decided to go with a lesser known artist by the name of Bjorn Rees. So Bjorn Rees is the guitarist in a no, Norwegian prog rock band called Airbag, who are very well known. Bjorn Rees has made a number of solo albums as well. Airbag are a fantastic band, but if anything, I love Bjorn Rees's solo work even more. He's an incredible guitarist, got very Gilmour-esque kind of style, and he sings as well. He's made some utterly brilliant albums, two in particular that are great and difficult to choose from, but I'm going to pick the album Forever Comes to an End from 2017. Beautiful album with an amazing closing track on it. So Bjorn Rees is wonderful.
Thanks, Karen. For me, it's Rat. Um, there was no doubt on that. Invasion of Your Privacy is my favorite album
yeah,
from 85. Amazing album from front to back. Okay. S. Now, there's a lot of bands in there. There's a
yeah.
lot of bands.
A lot of bands. Yeah.
So, S, what you got there, mate?
Yeah, I thought about Shinedown, Sister of Mercy, Slash, Slayer, Soundgarden, Spirit Box, which I've got on there, and another band that I'll mention later because it's tied in, but that doesn't matter. And then at the end of the day, I nearly did Sleep Token. I can't stop listening to Sleep Token at the moment. It's ridiculous. Every time I put something on, I put some Sleep Token. But I've got to go for something that I grew up with and something that was very important. And that's Skid Row. I think I've got to go with Skid Row because they were just massive when I was a kid. And the first two albums, the new album, well, the latest album they did was pretty good as well. I know In Between is not perhaps great, but the first two albums are so brilliant that yeah, Skid Row. I love Skid Row. I will go for the first album. I think I mentioned this before. I do this 50-50, but I think I just think that all the songs on the first album are brilliant. Although I love the heaviness of the second album. So yeah, I'll go with the first one. It's definitely got to be Youth Gone Wild or I Remember You are the best two songs on there, I think.
Cool. Thanks, mate. Much appreciated. Dom, what you got?
It's a very difficult choice for me, and they're complete opposite ends of the spectrum. My runner-up is Suede, who
Well,
are a fantastic British band. Again, they've had two amazing guitar players. Just saw them last night, and they're just as good as ever. But I have to go with Slayer. I just have to. Just revolutionary, so consistent, always great live band. Probably maybe the band I've seen the most, really, up there. So yeah, Slayer.
Thanks, mate. Karen, you Slayer?
I all very nearly went for Slayer because they're a very important band for me as well. It's a very formative band for me growing up. But actually, I have broken the mold and I have gone for Sleep Token because I have also been listening to them a lot again over the last few weeks. I think they're a truly incredible band who are they're amazing musicians. The amount of styles they draw on and morph together. Uh, yeah, they you just can't really define them. I think they're superb musicians to be able to do that and play all those styles. And I think they're going to be around for a very long time to come. I particularly actually love the first two albums, probably more than the later two. I think that for me, it's their best work. And I'm going to say the second album, This Place Will Become Your Tomb from 2021. It's just amazing, mind-blowingly good.
Thanks, Karen. This was really difficult for me, and I actually changed this today. So if I wanted to listen to an S band now, out of my choices I had, it would be Spirit Adrift, because I just think they are just one of the most exciting bands I've ever heard. But I'm not, again, my history with them ain't enough, I don't think, to say in 10, 15, 20 years time,
Yeah.
it'll still be there. And I had Striper as my favourite S.
Oh.
But I changed it today to Scorpions.
Huh?
So I just think, yeah, it's difficult. Those two bands, through the years, but Scorpions, man, I was into the 80s Scorpion. Well, it weren't an 80s album, but Love Drive onwards, 79, I think that was, up until probably Savage Amusement, were just like, wouldn't leave my record player when I was younger. So, and I think, Blackout is just easily my favourite album.
Yeah,
I've even got it on vinyl
Blackout
again after all these years. I've got Blackout again. So, just a brilliant band and still going now.
Yeah,
Amazingly.
yeah.
So there you go.
Amazing.
T.
Yeah, I'm wondering if you three might pick the same band. I don't know. Don might be. I know the other two he might pick. I know who Lee's going to pick. I'm not sure about Karen, but I'm not going with them. But I did think about Tesla. I did think about Thunder. But I've gone with my most modern band, and I've gone with Those Damn Crows, to be honest, because I think
great band, yeah.
Brilliant. I've seen them live so many, 3 or 4 or 5 times already in their short career. Absolutely brilliant. Going to see them again at some point soon, I think. Can't remember when that is, but yeah, they're just so great live. I mean, they're not the heaviest band, but they vary their stuff, don't they? I mean, a lot of the songs are different to each other, and they're just so damn catchy and just brilliant. I've gone with Inhale Exhale is my favourite album though from 2023, and the brilliant song Takedown. It's just fantastic, especially live. So there we go.
Great band. I'm going to see them as well next month. So there you go. Okay, Dom, what you got, mate?
Tesla for me.
Yep.
Psychotic Supper is my favorite.
I was going to name your favorite album then. I was going to name your favorite album.
Sorry.
All right.
Can't really go wrong with the first 4 albums.
No.
Great stuff.
I wasn't sure if you're going to go Thunder or not, Dom.
Oh yeah, they've had a great catalog as well. They really had great albums.
Karen?
Well, I love Tesla and I love Thunder very much, but there's only one band beginning with T that are my favourite, and that is Tool. I know I'm the only person here who's going to say that. They're just such an important band again, progressive metal band, American. Lateralis from 2001 is my favourite album. I think it's one of the most important progressive metal albums ever recorded as well, and Danny Carey is one of my all-time greatest heroes as well. So it's got to be Tool for me.
Oh, sorry, I fell asleep.
I knew you were going to do that.
Nah, fair enough. I know they're beloved. I know that. It's fine. I don't mind a little bit of their music, but if you can get past the first 7 minutes of
they make very long songs, yes.
Of intro. Thanks, Karen. So yeah, I'm going Tesla. Bit of an obvious one. Tremonti was actually another one on my list. That was the only thing that came close, and I love Tremonti. But yeah, Mechanical Resonance, the debut for me, was just a perfect album, perfect debut, amazing. Okay, you.
Yeah, I've got you, and it's a good one.
I know what Dom's going to pick. I know Dom's choice.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm not sure I do, but I picked this because I do really like him. That's Ugly Kid Joe. I've seen him probably 4 or 5 times recently. For some reason, they seem to have come back in. They seem to be playing in the UK all the time. I've seen them at various festivals, seen them on their own, and they're such a great band live. If you get a chance to see him, the singer's brilliant. He's so funny. And all the music's good. I mean, the first album I've gone for, America's Least Wanted from 1992, which has got all the big songs on it. I think my favourite's probably Goddamn Devil, which is, I think, might be the opening track, I'm not sure. But the new album's great as well. I love that Feel the Pain or whatever it's called, Taste the Pain or whatever it's called, I can't remember, but from the new album. But yeah, Ugly Kid Joe are a great band. It's one of their things, people think they're a joke band, but they're not. They're a proper band, decent.
Yeah, I caught them live at the festival. They were really good, actually. The singer was funny as well.
Yeah,
Really good fun. Yeah, so yeah, cool. Thanks, mate. Dom,
Lee.
UDO.
no, of course, yeah.
It is. It's Udio. Udo Dirkschneider from Accept way back when. He has a solo band called Udio. They have upwards to over 15 albums. So consistent. Workhorse. He's an old workhorse, man. Hasn't made a bad record. Fantastic stuff. My favorite is probably Steelhammer. But can't really go wrong. He's just a fantastic walking, living legend of metal.
He is. Thanks, mate. Karen, what you got?
I've gone slightly different for this one. I've gone for the Norwegian band Ulver, who I mean, they started as a sort of black metal band and kind of morphed over the years into a more of an ambient kind of experimental band. Make fantastic music, and so I've actually picked my only live album. I'm assuming live albums were allowed here in the
Right.
Of
rules.
course.
So I've gone with the album Hexahedron from 2018, which is one of my favorite things to listen to when I want to chill out. It's just a real chill album. Ulva. There we go. I didn't think anyone else would probably say them.
Thanks, Karen. Well, I mean, I have gone for Udio myself. I haven't heard everything like,
God bless you, Lee.
catalog wise, but he is very consistent, and some of the newer stuff as well has been great. I'm not saying like I would put on Udio's music all the time, but for one, I had two choices actually. One was only a new band I've only found this year called Under the Ruins, and they're like a epic doom metal band, who are great by the way. But I don't think you can argue with UDO. I've covered a few of the songs and reactions and stuff, and they're always so consistent. So that's who I've gone with, UDO for you. Okay, V.
Yeah, I expect we'll have some matches here. Probably not with me though. Obviously, I thought about Van Halen, and obviously, I thought about Velvet Revolver, but I've gone with Volbeat, band I've seen many times and done quite a lot of albums now. Actually, it must be up to about 8, considering they haven't been around that long. Yeah, they're just a fusion of different styles, aren't they? Metallica's style riffs 1 minute and then rockabilly the next, and all the albums are pretty consistent and then similar styles. I think the last album, this new album's really good. The one before was good. The one before that I didn't care much for, but I've gone with 2016's Seal the Deal Next Boogie as my favourite album, and The Devil's Bleeding Crown, which is an absolute barnstormer of a song. So yeah, Volbeat, worth seeing live if you ever get a chance, if nobody has.
Thanks, mate. Much appreciated. Dom.
Van Halen for me. I don't hate the Van Hagar years as much as some people, but there's just no comparison to the first 6 albums. Just magic in a bottle. My favorite album is Van Halen 2. And my favorite song is Little Guitars from
Great song. Yeah.
Diver Down.
Great song. Yeah. Thanks, mate. Much appreciated. Karen.
Might have the winner here then, because I've also gone for Van Halen, but I am a bigger fan of Sammy Hagar in Van Halen. I know that's a really kind of something that not many people say. I love Sammy Hagar, I love his voice. My favorite album is For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge. Yeah, I've just always loved that. I had it as a kid, played it to death, and I still love it. So I love all Van Halen, but I particularly like the Hagar years.
Thanks, Karen. Van Halen for me, I mean, definitely the Roth years, but if I carry on watching Roth like live, I'll probably like say, whenever he comes up on my feed on Facebook, I'm like, oh no, I can't do it. He's just it ain't even his voice, it's just the way he is now. He just gets on my nerves a little bit now, But but them first few albums, man. Apart from Diver Down was probably the weakest out of the whole lot, but literally the mix you could do, the shuffle on them few the David Lee Roth albums are just oh, amazing, really are. And that it was all about the attitude as well, wasn't it? He might have had, as they say, half a voice, but I think it just suited exactly what they were. They were fun, and they basically influenced nearly everyone who through that 80s period, the LA glam scene. If it weren't for Van Halen, I don't think it would have happened. So there you go. Amazing amazing band. Okay, bit difficult ones now, aren't we? Getting near the end now, so we're on W.
Well, W is amazingly strong, actually. I was struggling with here. I got Wasp. I didn't even. Well, I did consider, but Wasp I'm not picking. Not picking Whitesnake. I've got a three-way tie almost. You know, I've got Wolfsbane, I've got the Wild Hearts, and I've got Warrior Soul. And I went to see them last night with Spread Eagle, who I was mentioned earlier under S. I could have picked them for an S. I've gone with Wolfsbane. I think probably because I've just been listening to them more at the moment, and they're brilliant. I've gone for the debut album, 1989's "Live Fast, Die Fast," which they've just re-recorded actually. So because they weren't happy with the production when they first did it, it was on Deaf American, wasn't it? So they re-recorded it, and it's been released again. So that's quite good. I think my favourite song is probably "Shaking" off the first album. So there we go.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, W is quite strong for me as well, but I'll get around to that. So, Dom, what you got there, mate?
Got to be the Wild Hearts.
Yeah.
Just an inventive, again, Ginger, what a songwriter. Just an inventive band, you know, from heavy riffs to fantastic melodies to everything in between. My favorite album, I guess, would be Fishing for Luckies. And my favorite song, which is kind of my favorite song of all time, is Sky Babies.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, much appreciated. Karen, what you got?
I'm glad somebody chose the Wild Hearts there. That's great. Of course, I'm going for Stephen Wilson. That just no competition here. He's he's my greatest hero. He's a multi-instrumentalist. He's a band member. He was a solo artist, producer, remixes just about every man and his dog's albums. Very, very sought after to do that. The album I've picked is one of what's widely regarded as his two masterpiece albums. And I've picked The Raven That Refused to Sing from 2013. I just think it's such a beautiful got this really kind of classic prog sound to it as well. And it's all an album all based around little ghost stories. Each track is a ghost story, and just thought that was a wonderful idea for an album. So yeah, it's got to be Stephen Wilson.
Thanks, Karen. Yeah, there was a few choices I had here. I had White Sister, which I was really thinking about, but they only had two albums out in the 80s. If they carried on, who knows? They were just an amazing band, underrated. Wings of Steel, which is a new band, and their new album that's coming out in October is my album of the year so far. So they are an amazing American metal band. And then, of course, Whitesnake. I was really it was between Whitesnake and Wet. And I just love WET, Wet. I just think they are such class. And the new album is actually probably my favorite album of theirs as well, Apex, which came out this year. It's just, they are just so consistent. Eric Martinson, obviously from Eclipse, Jeff Scott Soto. Oh, amazing band, Wet. So yeah, they're my favorite band. There you go, from W.
All right.
Okay, X.
Yeah, I've got two. XYZ are a great band. I've only heard the first album, to be fair, but I was never going to consider them. But it's always going to be Zentrix for me, the British thrash band. I love them since they first started. Shattered Existence is my favourite, the debut album from '89. But a lot of people would say that their second one, which has escaped my memory at the moment, is it was more technical. It was probably more like akin to And Justice for All, that sort of technical British thrash. The British thrash never really took off, but yeah, No Compromise is a my favourite song on Shattered Existence, and worth noting they did a funny cover version of Ghostbusters, which was always a great live favourite back in the day. I think the singer's changed now. I haven't really heard the new stuff. I think you've done a review of some of the newer stuff, haven't you?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah,
It
it's
sounded
good.
pretty
Yeah.
good still, but yeah, the classic Zentrix for me was very, very good.
It's almost like how you want Metallica to sound now.
Yeah.
It's very good. Yeah, very good. Okay, Don, what you got
Whose
next?
Advantage? That's it. The second album, Whose Advantage? That's it.
All right, okay.
Well, this is really pushing the borders as well, but there's not too many choices for X, and I had to go with my favorite X band. They do have guitars in their music, but it's XTC. Just fantastic band. Andy Partridge, amazing songwriter. Favorite album is probably Skylarking. And oh boy, favorite song, I don't know. Since It's Working Overtime, maybe.
Oh yeah. To tell you the truth, I was thinking I was trying to think who he was. Now I know. Since he's working overtime, there's a big hit
Oh
over
right,
here.
yeah,
Yeah.
cool,
Yeah, I like that song actually. So there you go.
very good. Yeah, I love that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Since it's working
Since It's Working
overtime.
Overtime. Yes,
Yeah, good. Yeah. I didn't think that would get. I didn't think that would be the song that got me singing on this show. But there you go. There you go. Thanks, Tom. Karen, what you got?
I nearly said XTC as well, actually. But then my inner feminist remembered X-ray specs.
all
Um,
right.
so I just had to go for X-ray specs because I just think polystyrene was one of the most remarkable women, and she was the front woman of one of the first female fronted punk bands back in 1976. So I had to pick the debut album, Germ Free Adolescent, for that exact reason. So X-ray
Thanks,
specs for me.
thanks, Karen. Well, the only X band I could think of other than Zentrix, which I've only heard their last album, to see the truth, which I like, was XYZ. So it's almost like, I really like the debut actually. It came out right at the end of the 80s, probably a bad time for the band. And then Hungry came out in 91, which was also good, a bit more bluesy though.
Yeah.
So yeah, mainly French band, weren't they? I think Terry Elou or something is
Oh, were
French
they? I didn't
singer.
realise that.
Yeah, I
Well,
think.
yeah, I mean, but I thought they're from LA though.
I thought they were American as well, I must admit.
I
Well,
mean, I
I
know
did look.
he.
Yeah, it said French based a lot on the
Oh, okay.
wiki or
All
whatever.
right. Maybe
Whether
they came over. Maybe they moved to the States together or something.
perhaps, yeah, but probably not much French. Probably just use it as a bit of a, I don't know, but yeah, it says French. Who knows? But good debut, really good. I love that. There was a ballad. Is it What Keeps Me Loving You? I love that song, which was on the debut album as well. Great song. Okay, why?
Yeah, I've got one.
Oh,
No, I'm not. No, I mean, I don't want to just talk about something randomly I didn't know anything about. So I think I said if you don't have one, then don't say anything. So
no,
I've
no,
got
no,
one.
no, no.
Fair enough.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair
Yeah.
enough. Yeah. I'm a bit disappointed you didn't choose my one though, but there you go.
Really?
Doc,
Couldn't think of any.
what you got in, Dom? Oh, you wouldn't like.
Why I'm going with.
You've
Sorry, go
never.
ahead.
I say, Jam, you've never mentioned them, so I knew you'd.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah.
All right, go on then, Dom.
Why I'm going with Yes. Just a fantastic catalog, especially the '80s. I love that stuff the most. The Trevor Horn related stuff, drama, and then of course the big 90125 and Big Generator as well. Great stuff.
Thanks, mate. Karen.
I so nearly went for Yes as well. But in the end, I went for one of my other great favorite singer-songwriters, and it's Neil Young.
Oh.
Love Neil Young. And how do you pick an album from a man who's made 30 albums? I don't know. So I just kind of landed
Only
on
30?
Yeah.
only 30, yeah.
Seems like he's done more than that.
I landed on Living with War, just because it is just a brilliant protest album. It's angry. I think it was written and recorded in something like 9 days or something like that. It was it was banned on just about every radio station in America at the time. So that's yeah, success. I love him. He's he's not afraid to come out and say some difficult stuff. So Neil Young.
Well, thanks, Cam. No, he picked on Lynyrd Skynyrd, so I don't like Neil Young. Uh, no, I'm only joking. This was without doubt as well. Y&T are just amazing. So just one of the most underrated bands that should have been, they was almost nearly there all the time, weren't they? But they never quite, although they're still touring, they still sound amazing. I'd love to catch them live. So yeah, Y&T, Black Tiger from 82 and Down for the Count from 85 are my favourite albums. And then we reached the last letter, Z or Z.
Yeah. Yeah. I've gone Rob Zombie. I think it's probably obvious. Love Rob Zombie. Love White Zombie beforehand. Probably Hellbelly Deluxe debut is my favourite, I would have thought. Dragula's a great song, especially live. I mean, one of my favourite bands I've seen it down there was Rob Zombie quite a few years ago now, headlining the second stage. It was brilliant.
I was
great
there,
stage show.
I was
yes,
there.
Yeah, we were there. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Didn't see you there.
No.
No, it's good. He's done some good stuff. I mean, it's not all consistently good, but it's good if you like sort of that industrial type, metal type, thing. It's good. If you like White Zombie, you like Rob Zombie, won't you, at the end of the day? So there you go.
Thanks, mate. And a great choice all round. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Dom, what you got, mate?
Yeah, choices weren't excellent here, but I'm going with Zodiac Mind Warp.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of a flash in the pan, but boy, that record was huge in my life when it came out. I've seen him live a few times, and he's excellent. So yeah, Tattooed Beat Messiah is the record. Well, the big record. He's had a few others since then, but
yeah, I've got that
my
one.
favorite song is probably Backseat Education.
Yeah, it was a great album, big part of me as well. I love that album when I was
cool.
growing up.
Yeah, I liked it.
So yeah, great choices as well all the way through. Thank you, Dom. Karen.
I've gone for something a bit different. Zeta, Z-E-T-A, a musical collaboration between Daniel Tompkins of Tesseract and Paul Ortiz, who's better known as Chimp Spanner. And I've picked the album, self-titled album Zeta from 2017. They're kind of like a synth rock kind of collaboration, but I really like them. There's an amazing track on there called The Distance. Yeah, Zeta.
Thank you very much, Karen. And of course, loads of great choices there. Loads of bands I've never heard of course. As I always trust you to come along and give me loads of that stuff. So it's brilliant. Thank you. I mean, the only two bands I had, which I don't mind some ZZ Top. I don't mind some ZZ Top. I actually, people go mad ZZ Top fans because I like that 80s period, the hits sort of thing. I quite like that stuff. But I know that would, for ZZ Top fans, they'd say, what the fuck are you talking about? I know that. But you like them, didn't you? But I've got to go with a band called Xeno, which brought out an amazing debut album in 86, which was, of course, what was 86? The best year in rock and metal. So Xeno was Xeno Roth, Uli's brother. And they was going to be like the next big thing back then. When that debut album came out, it was under a big label. It might have been Geffen or something like that, and they were put on tour with Queen as well. And the debut album, I'd urge anyone to listen to it. The guitar work alone, but it's like an AOR melodic rock album, but the guitar work, because the Roth brothers, the work that Uli done, even though it weren't my best period in Scorpions, the work he does on the guitar is just really inventive, and you get that with Xeno Roth on there as well. Great singer on that album, and I think it was like a lot of the press didn't like the album at the time, and now it's become like this, cult sort of like album that everyone loves in that sort of genre. So I urge you, if there's any album to listen to that debut album, Xeno. They brought out some great albums afterwards as well, but that's the one. It really is. So yeah, that's it. That's my list as well.
Great list, mate.
Excellent
list.
Thank you very much.
All right.
I did find it, I must admit, like I was saying, I found it hard to choose like bands I really want to listen to now
Yeah.
Mm.
because they're new and they're exciting and like, oh, I really got to listen to it and think,
Mm.
no, this is different than that. It's got to be like my favorite band of all time, you know.
Yeah.
So it's quite good though. So I really had fun getting the list together. So thank you very much, guys. It was really cool again.
Pleasure.
No problem.
Great
Um,
fun.
yeah, it was. Thank you very much. Got to have a great fun now with four of us, haven't we? Got to do it. You ready?
Yeah.
Got to do the usual. You ready? Here we
Yeah.
go. Oh, by the
Oh,
way,
yeah.
anyone, if they want to do the painstaking 26 letters underneath the video,
Yes.
Yeah.
you can do it. Yeah.
I love reading
Uh,
people's lists.
yeah. So
Oh,
do
yeah,
I.
it's
So
great.
do I. Okay, guys. Thank you very much. See you next time. Yeah. Yeah.